India. Sarees, dress materials, garments, home furnishing, carpets, loin cloths. This is from the WTC exhibition which is presently on online. So some GI applications have been registered so far. Till date, we have 270 applications registered products. So GI is geographical indication. It is a type of IPR which is an intellectual property right in a community right. So it's an agricultural, natural or manufactured product originates from a different geographical territory. A product is awarded with tag to protect the manufacturers or producers. So this is the GI logo and the tagline. It is Atulya Bharat ki Amulya Nidhi or Invaluable Treasures of Extradition India. So this logo has recently 2 years ago has been released. GI comes under the GI registry, which is a part of the DPIIT, which is the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. It comes under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, the Government of India. So this is a part of the GI registry in which you can see many products. Now these products are of these types, which are the agricultural, manufactured, handicraft, natural, or food stuff. They can be any of these categories. But for that we have to give the application. Now after the application is given, it can be registered. And different states have different GI, which are the unique products of that state. Like this is a Sikkim large cardamom, then we have Theva art, Rajasthan, then Warangal is Telangana. These come under the handicraft. So these are some more handicraft products with Banaras, Gulabina handicraft and Kashmir internationally. Then for the Chapas, sarees and fabrics, Rathani sarees. These are just few glimpses, like, because there are many GIs. So this is what I said right now. We just saw some of the agricultural and handicraft products. Now under handicrafts, the handloom also are a part of it. Now this is a handloom map of India, which is not full because there are so many handlooms which are not found representation. In map is very small to show the whole of India. All our unique products. So, this is the whole of India, and Odisha is just one of the states, one of the 28 states of India. This is a handloom map of Odisha, which again, all the handlooms have not been represented here. Any map is not enough to show, we need to increase the scale of the map. So Odisha is associated with maritime trade for India. You can find this later, this is called the boat ship. You can find on hand woven on the bandha, that is ikat sari, and this is the pattachitra which shows the Boita Bandhana of Odisha, which is on Kartik Purnima. The boats are still and it shows the maritime trade. Now, why we need GI is because it gives a name or identity, like Kalamkari, body painting. Many of these have got the GI tag. Now, like this is the Pattachitra of Odisha. This is the Jatripatti of when people used to come to take these, and then even now this continues. So this is a registered GI of Odisha by the Ministry of Odisha. So Odisha Pattachitra, like many other GIs of Odisha, is linked with the city Jagatnath because it's the world famous Rath Yatra, the Ratha, and on the temple wall you will find Pattachitra. There is a history associated behind it, which is by the Chitrakara Seva, that's the Seva who practiced this art. And right from many centuries they are doing this. Right now there are 120 Sevas from various arts. Pattachitra is also artists have won international acclaim and national and international both. So we have awarded. And we can see that there are many other crafts also which are not for the GI. So Odisha has 50 registered crafts. But Out of that, only a few are registered. So we have so these are some of the products. Now this is the list of the products of Odisha that have been awarded the GI tag. So Fort Point Handloom was the first GI product of Odisha. Then we had Odisha Ikat, which is the Odisha Bandhu. It is the tie and dye of Odisha. This Khandua, what you can measure, this is Lord Jagannath's favorite government, then Ikat is also of the Sambalpuri Bandhu, which is another tie and dye technique of Odisha. Then we have the Barampur Poda Kumbha Patta. This is yet another handloom handicraft GI of Odisha. Then the Konark stone carving. This is and Vicky Africa must have seen these in Southeast Asia and in Australia where you had visited. All these places have the temple where the Mozarts worship. This depicts the Niladri Vijay where Rasagulla is offered by Lord Jagannath. This happens on the last day of the chapter because of the ultimate tradition and history. This Rasagulla earned the GI tag last year. So this is the Rasagulla which is linked with Lord Jagannath and with the Puri temple, and is associated with many functions of Odisha also. And whichever one is awarded the GI tag that has some history, we have to submit the historical documents, how it is pertinent for that place, what is unique to the product, what are the characteristics which make it distinct. So all these have to be kept in mind before something is awarded, and the community has to be doing it for a long time. So these are the 5 coffee treasures of incredible India, which the packaging has been done by the Coffee Board, and the GI tag, these are all GI coffees, and out of which Araku Valley Arabica coffee has been awarded to both Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. So there are some other products of Odisha that have earned the GI tag, like the Ganyam Kyoda flower, Ganyam Kyoda roux, Bomkai sari and fabrics. Then we have the Habas Puri sari, the Gopalpur Tassar, Dhalapatra Parda and fabrics. So a registered proprietor or authorized user is authorized to use this particular GI tag. So we have our company, Sabat Exports Private Limited, is the first GI authorized user of Odisha Ikat. So whoever has the authorized user, they get the chance to showcase it as authentic or genuine product. Because not everyone can claim to be the correct, to be having the correct product, because there can be counterfeits too. So authorized user tag is important. Now, whichever are the GI products, now this is the latest, this is in Marathi, it was shared by Professor Danesh Mere, so I've given. So this is APIDA is promoting these agricultural GIs, and whichever I have got, they have listed it in state-wise. So getting a GI product is important and becomes a great platform to showcase. Like this is the first GI store of India at the Goa airport. It was there, and our products also found place with some other GI products of India. Now there are some e-commerce sites for GI, which is, this is the shopping cart 24/7, where only the GI products are there. There also we have listed. So MSMEs have a chance to list their products online. So they can either have their own site, like we have our own site, this is utkalamrita.com, but then it is our responsibility, that is the MSME's responsibility, to see that we project the correct information and we showcase it correctly, because that is our responsibility. Now this is the Sambalpuri Bandha Shri Ganesh Sari, which actress Vidya Balan chose and wore for the Shakuntala Devi movie e-promotion. So that we had coordinated. My sister had got in touch with Team Vidya Balan, and then they selected the sari because the sari has mathematical equations all over. So this again, we after she had worn and returned it, we got an e-auction done for this, which a student of IIT, she took this Devanshi Mishra, she paid 55,000, the highest bid for the sari, which we transferred the entire amount to Shri Bhagavata Meher, who is the weaver of the sari. So now Shri Meher's name was known by everyone, and that was our intention, that not only our weave's name, but our weaver's name should also come into focus. But then, though the Sambalpuri Bandha Shri Ganesh sari got great coverage, many newspapers wrote, media houses covered it, but they wrote printed. Actually, it is not printed, it is hand woven. Because all these, most of these products, these are all handmade and have high skill and community skill for a long time. Now, Sambalpuri Bandha, how is it projected online? Now, this is Amazon.in, where the spelling of the state is spelled differently. After they were told, then they updated the spelling. So, Odisha, they changed the spelling because the name Odisha has been changed in 2011. So, then again, some products are being shown with, these are not Sambalpuri sari, but they are shown as Sambalpuri sari on the website. Now, whose responsibility is it? It is the MSME's responsibility, the seller's responsibility, because we know our product best and we should see that we correctly represent our products. Now, government is also taking a lot of initiatives. There are the toys, traditional toys. So, vocal for traditional toys we need to be, because these are also being done for many years. Now, there are some crafts which are yet to get GI. Now, this is the Belogunta Macha of Odisha, then the Tarakasi silver filigree of Odisha, then these are the Sora paintings. The work is on for some of the GIs. More GIs need to be registered so that people will know about them. Now, this is a GI BRICS Alliance Business Forum exhibition. This is the IITF, where people come, and this was the first time government made an exhibition and got everyone to represent, and I was representing Odisha there. We have some exclusive websites which deal only with the GI products. This is the geobharat.com. Then we have the handloom festivals, like presently the ongoing, the WTC one, where there are state pavilions and the unique products are listed. So many of which are GI. Now this is the GI, this Sambalpuri Bandha material, the mask, because presently during this pandemic masks are needed. Then GI pavilions, states are having their own GI pavilion to showcase this, because still now people are not aware. Now for IITF, for the first time, I got to learn that there's a Kamlapur red banana, just because I attended over there, and this gentleman, Suraj Patel, he had transported 700 kgs of red banana. So red banana is also a GI. So all these products are there, but then the information isn't there. So unless we have the information, we won't be aware, and only once we are aware, we can take action. And after taking action only, we can hope for any preservation or saving. So which is why these GI tags are needed, so that we can help to protect our rich traditional treasures of, and our heritage of India. So all these unique culture, art, crafts, all these, some of them are on the verge of dying out. The next generation is not taking this forward. Then there are counterfeits and fakes available in the market. So many issues are there, but we need to protect and conserve. And this GI tag is one way of doing that. And then once we have the GI logo, once we start using that, then the customer will know that this is something which sets you apart. Then they can be reliable products. So I would suggest this one district, one product, just like Uttar Pradesh and some other states are doing. So presently, not all districts of Odisha are represented. We have 30 districts, but we just have 17 GIs, out of which some of the districts have more GIs. Then, because this is a way to conserve and protect our tradition, culture, heritage preservation, we need to know the history and then show the story. So that story connection is much needed. And of course, we can go for GI tourism and it creates employment. Correct representation is essential on our end. And we need to give value addition. Suppose Kandhamal Haladi, that is a turmeric GI of Odisha. Similarly, other states have also got their GI tag for own distinct turmeric. Then there are turmeric soap already available in market. What else can we do? Turmeric milk, which one of our companies has already launched in the market. So that value addition has to be there. Then the GI product can reach more people. So jo dikhta hai, wo bikta hai. What is seen sells. So we need to show and we need to become more aware and take action. Otherwise, people wouldn't know. And this rests on us. It's our responsibility. And the more we show, the more people will know. And correct spellings and information is needed. We need to create GI awareness. We need to buy, use and gift GI products. And of course, be brand ambassador. Now we are using, government is supporting this, and we are using these hashtags: vocal for GI, vocal for local, vocal for handmade, and Atmanirbhar Bharat. So all this GI is one way of ensuring the entire community's prosperity and see that our products reach the global market. And we can take this forward. So with this, I end my presentation. But there are some gray areas for GIs, and not everyone knows all the products. So for that, we need to put, suppose I'll show one sari and ask people to recognize which sari is this. Then they will not be able to do that. And unless we know, how can we create demand, how can MSMEs create demand for their product? First, the product information has to be given. So that, presently we are in this information stage where we are trying to make people aware that not all saris are Sambalpuri or that not all are mill-made. Many are hand-woven and much work is taken. Some saris people wouldn't have even known or heard the names, like this is the Bomkai sari. People wouldn't be knowing what it is, or even they are wearing on social media and they are writing some other sari's name. So this, mostly I dealt with sari because we are promoting saris through our brand Lamvita and Sabat Exports Private Limited, but handicrafts and agricultural products, foodstuffs, there's a lot of potential and much we can do to take this forward. Thank you so much for the opportunity. It was great to share my views.
Thank you so much. We can continue with the moderator, sir. You can.
We have Bibhu Prasad Tripathi to enlighten us.